vermin.
Con.
They gave them syphilis. What do you think they'll do to you and me and us as the Israelites? They plan on killing us. This ain't no joke, man. You better hear what I'm saying. They don't care about us. They care about you, man. What do it take to take all the people that's here right now and get a warehouse and put you up in a warehouse and so you can have clean clothes, a shower, something to eat, and a job? Think about it. Or if you need help to get off drugs, you mean to tell me they don't have the facilities to do it? They don't give a damn. They don't care. Read.
That he might preserve us alive.
Hear that? That he what?
Might preserve us alive.
You hear what he's saying? That he might preserve us alive. That's no guarantee, man. Might is no guarantee. He said he might preserve us alive. Because you got two choices, man. And women. You got a choice to choose life or death.
Con.
And that death is being cast into the lake of fire, man.
Con.
Where there's pain and torment. Where the worms never die and the fire's never quenched. It ain't nothing that's going to be nice. But through the grace and mercy of the Most High that he only have on the Israelites, who you are, you can come out of whatever you're dealing with. You know, I've seen brothers couldn't even read. Reading this Bible, man. Couldn't even read. Esau's curriculum in the schools couldn't show them how to read. And they were blessed through the power and the spirit of the Most High to be able to read and understand everything on a high level. Read.
As it is this day.
As it is this day. Read.
And it shall be our righteousness.
Hear that? It shall be our righteousness. His laws shall be what?
Our righteousness.
It's going to be our righteousness. So if the laws are our righteousness, what do you think you're getting when you told you're not under his laws? Unrighteousness.
God.
Showing you how to be wicked and think you can do whatever the hell you want to do all week long and then go up in the church on Sunday and think you're going to be forgiven. Give me a break, man. The Most High ain't hearing that. You go up in the church today, you worshiping the sun god. Ra, Nimrod. Straight up, all the way back to the one that built the Tower of Babel. That's what you worshiping, the sun god. He said, worship me on the 7th day of the week. Look at the calendar, man. The first day is Sunday. But see, we don't have common sense because we don't want to think. All we want to do is hip-hop and who got the latest hip-hop joint out, Jay-Z and so forth, or whoever, Beyonce, or whoever you believe in. They got us all twisted, man. Some of you probably doing the same thing every single day. Every single day, man. Probably at them tables playing whatever y'all playing every day and doing whatever you do. Hear this word, though. Hear this word, man. If you don't hear nothing else, you hear it because you're going to be held accountable.
Con.
Just like we held accountable to bring it forth. Read.
If we observe to do all these commandments.
We observe to do what?
All these commandments.
You know what the commandments are? The laws of the Most High. He gave us 613 laws. Y'all probably only heard of 10. But out of the 10 commandments, it shows you how to worship the Most High, our power, through his holy convocations, through prayer, through following his laws, such commandments, being justified in his only begotten Son of Mashiach Yahushua, going to him on our behalf, and how to serve each other, how to be there for each other. That's what it's all about. No more, no less, man. Now look at us, man. We killing each other, murdering each other. Don't care about each other. We used to have some integrity.
God.
Back in the 50s and the 60s.
Love.
We had a lot of love for each other.
God.
We had the bartering system.
God.
You know how to do electricity?
Right.
Brother know how to do it as carpenter?
Right.
You need something, you just go to the ones that had it going on.
Right.
That knew these trades and so forth. And we worked together. Look at Black Wall Street. Y'all heard of Black Wall Street? Anybody from Oklahoma? Tulsa, Oklahoma? Come on, man. Our money stayed in that city. Black people, really Israelites, for a whole year before it even came out of the city. You know what the white man did? He bombed that city. Y'all heard that song, You Dropped the Bomb on Me, the Gap Band? Yeah, they were singing that song about how the white man dropped the bombs on Tulsa, Oklahoma. Because they are from Tulsa, Oklahoma. But they made it like it was talking about a woman, but it was talking about the so-called white man. Because when they did the video, look at the video, just YouTube it up. You drop the bomb and you'll see them in camouflage. Camouflage is for what? War. And they had the planes coming over dropping bombs on the city. But they can't come out and just say it because, you know, they're going to come at them. But they can act like it's a woman because the white man is a woman. He ain't nothing but a big woman for a shorter word. As the scripture says. You know? But Israel, we ourselves is considered a delicate woman. You know? But that's what that song is about. You dropped the bomb on me by the Gap Band. Because they dropped bombs on our city where we had all the money circulating in our city of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like I said, it was our city. We had doctors, we had lawyers, everything that was needed to have a city. Big money. Living large, man. We the ones that set up the 13 colonies right here in America. Y'all know that? Yeah. See, they done destroyed our history, our story, with his story. See, our story was destroyed with his story. You understand what I'm saying? That's why you don't know about your story. We the ones that ruled Europe. We built Europe. We built the castles. Didn't we build America? Who they come to build America? Who they come to get to build America? For free. It was us. We the ones, the Israelites.
That's right.
We built America. We built Europe. We the ones that ruled Europe from 193 AD to 1453, approximately. You heard of the Dark Ages? They call it the Dark Ages because dark people were ruling. The medieval times is the middle time when the so-called white man was ruling up until 193 AD and ran into the Caucasus Mountains for over 1,000 years. And we ruled during the time that he called the medieval times. The Dark Ages, the Byzantine Empire he calls it, because he called it the backwards empire. But how backwards is it when his brothers in the Caucasus Mountains and we ruled it and building all of Europe? Then he came out in 1453 as the Ottoman Turks and started to take us down, the Israelites. You know about that story? You know anything about yourself in that way? No, because he lied in his history. That's why he called it his story. I mean, think about it. All you gotta do is listen and break these syllables or these words down, and you're gonna come up on a higher level. It says his story. But then he put it together as a history. Okay, now you got Jewish. ISH is a suffix which means to pertain to being like you. The true and ethnic and biblical Jew. Okay? Israeli. But the I sound is not an E sound. The I sound is an I sound. So how about Israel lie? Huh? The I sound. The sound of the I, which is a long sound, right? How about that? See, we've been duped, man. And they're laughing at us all the way to the bank. We spend $1 trillion a year and don't have nothing to show for it. $1 trillion, man. I'm talking about without our nation. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about us. We spend $1 trillion a year. Don't have nothing to show for it. That's how destroyed we are. Look at all the millions of dollars that the sports players, the brothers are playing sports in the entertainment industry. How much money they make. Why is it that they can't put their money? I heard Kobe Bryant have a nonprofit that he's trying to do something for the people down here in Skid Row. Any of y'all feeling the effects of it? Y'all know anything about Kobe Bryant's nonprofit organization? Were you feeling that he's doing anything for you down here? Anybody? That's what I thought.
You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. I know y'all would know. Right? He's talking about he didn't know there was that many homeless people down here. Give me a break, man. How you in LA 17, 18 years? And you don't know how many people down here? With all the money that he have and making, why is it that he can't just set up something so you be all right, man? We don't have it. But if we had it, you'd be all right, man. And you gonna be all right. What we do have, I'm guaranteeing you, if you come back to what we're saying in this Bible, you're going to be all right. Because we got next, man. We're going to rule this baby forever and ever and ever. Ain't nobody ever going to take us down.
God.
That was this Bible talking about, man. It's our book. But he said, hey, King James, a white man, a homosexual, he going to say all these things. So what? You won't read the Bible. What happened to slavery? Remember Kizzy, Kunta Kinte's daughter, who learned how to read, and she wrote that pass for that boy to leave, and they found out she could read what they do. They sold her butt. They sold her. Took her away from her family. Because if you know how to read, you're dangerous.
Dangerous.
Y'all ever heard the saying? The most dangerous black man is an educated black man. You ever heard that? But see, the education that we talking about is the education of the Most High. The education of a Mashiach that was shot. The education of the Holy Spirit. The education of you as the children of Israel. You can't surpass this education. Ain't nothing more powerful than the truth. So what you think a lie is? You think a lie got power? No, they got to even put a little truth in a lie, right?
That's to make it a lie.
Right, to make it a lie, right? To make you believe it.
Right.
That's what they've been doing. So when you hear the truth, you're like, oh, man, that's different. Them brothers out there hollering and screaming. Yeah, all right, brother. You know, but we here for you. And we here for our people. Somebody got to say something. Anybody else out there? Where Jesse Jackson at? Where Al Sharpton at? Y'all seen them lately? Y'all seen Farrakhan down here?
Farrakhan.
Huh? What about Noel Jones? Somebody was talking about Noel Jones. He been down here? What about Bishop Blake? What about Frederick Price?
Dollar.
Huh? Creflo Dollar. You know, Creflo Dollar told his congregation, he told them, hey, look, you're Christians. When you're having sex with your wife, you're having sex with Jesus. When you're having sex with your husband, you're having sex with Jesus. Look it up. What kind of madness is that, man? But that's what y'all believe in. If you go to church, it's all the same doctrine, the same thing when I was little, the same thing I hear now, man. Bunch of garbage. Because you still don't know who you are. You go up in there, they say, you get that, man. I want to make sure you understand. You have to see if this is you. Since y'all go to church and they call you a Gentile. Let me see if this is you. Give me that. 1 Corinthians 10, 20, and 21. Creflo Dollar said, look, Creflo Dollar said, when you having sex with your wife, you having sex with Jesus. He said, when you're having sex with your husband, you're having sex with Jesus.
Yeah, I'm reading it. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. You have a question?
Look. He said, because you're a Christian. What he said, I can go into it. He said, because Christ said, when you done it to the least of them, my brethren, you done it unto me. Now think about it. When you done it unto the least of them, my brethren, you done it unto me. Right? Yeah, read that. Now, we're dealing with, right now, I'll deal with that, but I'm just saying, I want to show you that why you shouldn't call yourself a Gentile. Read this.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 20 and verse 21.
That's for everybody else that don't know. That's good you do know. Read.
But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice,
the things that the Gentiles sacrifice, these pork chop eating preachers telling you a Gentile. They Gentiles too, right? They say they Gentiles because they ain't going to say you a Gentile. They not a Gentile. The things that the Gentiles sacrifice or worship, read.
They sacrifice to devils.
They worship what?
Devils.
They sacrifice or worship devils. Read.
And not to the Most High.
And not to the Most High. Read.
And I would not that you should have fellowship with devils.
He don't want us to have fellowship with devils. That's right. Read.
You cannot drink of the Most High's. You cannot drink the cup of the Most High.
You can't drink the cup of the Most High, read.
And the cup of devils.
And the cup of devils. That's right. You're going to choose either one, the Most High or you're going to choose the devil. That's right. Read.
You cannot be partakers of the Most High's table.
What do you do at a table? You eat. You can't take the nourishment of this word of the Most High, read.
And of the table of devils.
And of the table of devils. Now you choose one or the other, man. You're going to eat at the Most High's table, his laws, statutes, commandments, come back to them, or you going to follow the devils that telling you a Gentile and calling you a devil right along with them. Come on, we got to wake up, people.
Lying all the time.
That's right, lying all the time, man. You better hear me, man. Give me Matthew. Because he said when you having sex with your wife, Creflo Dollar said, you having sex with Jesus. And when the woman having sex with her man, she's having sex with Jesus? Come on, he didn't even have no woman. He came here to fulfill the will of the Most High. And that was to die for us, the children of Israel, as it is written. Read.
Matthew.
25 and 31.
Matthew chapter 25, verse 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory.
Then he's going to sit on the throne of his glory when he come with all the holy angels. 200 million angels he's coming back with to judge and make war. Read.
And before him shall be gathered all nations.
So we already said how the Most High separate all the nations. So all the nations going to be gathered before him. Read.
And he shall separate them.
He shall what?
Separate them.
He's going to separate all the nations. Why you got to separate all the nations? Why you got to separate all the nations? We supposed to be all together. One great melting pot. When he first thing he come back, he going to do what?
Separate them.
He going to separate all the nations. How?
One from another.
One from another. Read.
As a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats.
So you better hear this clearly. He going to separate all the nations as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. Now who the sheep? Matthew 15:24. Let's find out what he said out of his own mouth. To show you that he only came for you. Because you're the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You're the 12 tribes of Israel. Let's see what he said out of his own mouth. Because you're going to hear this in church. Read this.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 24.
Oh, yeah.
But he answered and said,
This is what he said.
I am not sent.
He said, I'm not sent. Read.
But unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
And that's who you are. You're the lost sheep of the house of Israel. It said he only came back for us. He was sent here for us. Who needs to be redeemed? Who needs to be saved more than us on this earth? If it's not us, who the goats? Daniel 8:21. Let's find out who the goats are. Remember, you're gonna set the sheep on his right hand and the goats on his left. The reason why you're gonna set the goats on the left, because who on the left side of the Most High? Satan and all his imps, his wicked spirits, and his wicked people that's on this earth right here that represent the devil. Read.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 21.
Now we're looking for who's the goats. Read.
And the rough goat is the king of Grecia.
The rough goat is the king of Grecia, starting with Alexander the Greek. So the Greeks, who the Greeks? So-called white people.
God.
That's the Greeks. So he gonna set the sheep on the right hand and the goats on the left. Give me Jeremiah 50:6. Because you gotta understand who the sheep is. I mean, a sheep, you can take a sheep, man, and line them all up, right? A sheep is one of the meekest animals in the world. That's the animal that the Most High loves. He loved the sheep like he loved the dove. He loved the Jordan River. He loved the lily. And he loved Israel.
God.
He loved you.
God.
And me.
God.
And us.
God.
The 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
That's what he's talking about. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
My people have been lost sheep.
Hear that? My people, the Most High have a people. He say, my people have been lost sheep. Same to you, devil.
God.
Put it on yourself.
God.
Verse 17.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 17. Israel is a scattered sheep.
Hear that? Israel is a scattered sheep. So that's what he's talking about, Israel. So if you want to be joined into the curriculum and the spirit of the ones that's ruling right now, regardless of how you look at it, the so-called white man is in power.
God.
It's his kingdom. Regardless of Obama running everything as a president, he's still under orders under the so-called white man.
God.
When he go in there, who he got to fight? The Congress? That's us? I don't
No.
think so. What about the Senate? That's us? I don't think so. You know, so he still got to deal with them too.
We don't even have a seat.
Yeah. Some of them don't even stand up when he probably go in there to stand to give a speech. They just sit down like they always stand up for the president. I mean, come on. How do y'all feel any benefit from Obama being the president? Y'all feel any benefit?
All right, sister.
Tell them. Y'all feel any benefit? We don't feel no benefit, man. Go back. We continue to Matthew 25. So we're going to set the sheep on his right hand and the goats on his left. This is spiritual. Those that are the sheep are the children of Israel. The goats are the ones that are going to follow these other nations, especially the so-called white people, into hell. Because that's who you believe in. You believe in what he has programmed you how to think in your educational system and in your religious systems. He give you the 501c3 so you can do what? Follow exactly what he said you can do and what you can't do. But read this.
And before him shall be gathered all nations.
See, all nations will be gathered before him when he come with his 200 million angels to judge and make war. Come on.
And he shall separate them.
He's going to separate all the nations. Read.
One from another.
Go ahead.
As a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats.
As a shepherd divided the sheep from the goats. Read.
And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left.
So we're going to set the sheep who are the Israelites on his right hand and the goats on the left. Read.
Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand.
This is what he's going to say to the ones on the right hand, the children of Israel. 1/3, mind you, of the 12 tribes of Israel, who you are. Majority of you here. Read.
Come, ye blessed of my Father.
That blessed of the Most High. That's why he said he chose us to be a special people, a peculiar people, to himself, the Most High, above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. Read.
Inherit the kingdom prepared for you.
He said, inherit the kingdom that's prepared for us, man. Look, let me hold that. Get Luke, the 1st chapter, the 68th verse. Let me tell you what we got to be saved from. They talking about we saved. People be talking about you go to church and you saved. This is being saved, man, on the real. From the scriptures. Ain't nobody ever showed you this as being saved. But this is how we got to be saved. Read this.
Luke chapter 1, verse 68. 68. Blessed be the Most High power of Israel.
He's the power of who?
Israel.
Hear that? Ain't the power of everybody. Say, blessed be the Most High power of Israel. And we the Israelites. We represent Israel. He's our power. Read.
For he had visited and redeemed his people.
He had visited and redeemed his people. His is a personal or possessive pronoun showing ownership. We are his people, nobody else. Read.
And had raised up an horn of salvation for us.
The horn means the power of salvation, power and authority for us. You hear what he's saying? All right. You hear what he's saying for us, man? It's for us. Read.
In the house of his servant David.
In the house of his servant David. Read.
As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets.
As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets. What did he speak?
Which have been seen since the world began.
Since the world began, man. Read.
That we shall be saved.
That we should what?
Be saved.
That we should be saved. This is saved from who?
From our enemies.
We gotta be saved from our enemies. And from what?
And from the hand of all that hate us.
And from the hand of all that hate us. They hate the Most High. How you think they love you? Psalms 83rd chapter say the nations hate the Most High.
God.
Not individuals, but nations that hate the Most High.
That's right.
We gotta be saved from all these nations that hate us and that don't care nothing about you. That's being saved. From the hand of all, read it again.
That we should be saved.
That we should be saved
from our enemies.
We gotta be saved from our enemies. Because a friend don't put you on no damn slave ship, bring you across the damn waters and beat you till you can't breathe no more,
God.
kill you, murder you. A friend don't come to a land and steal from the east coast to the west coast, from the north to the south, and kill all our ancestors and say, get over it. A friend don't sick dogs on you. A friend don't water hose you down. A friend don't, all you're doing is saying, hey, we want equal rights. A friend don't put you in jail for some bull crap like nothing. That's not a friend. He said we got to be saved from the hand of our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. Give me Deuteronomy 28:68. Let me show you that the white man is our enemy, as it is written.
Deuteronomy.
But understand this. Everybody that you see that's a Caucasian might look like a Caucasian, might not be a Caucasian.
God.
We're talking about that spirit of Esau, our fraternal twin brother.
God.
That's what we're talking about.
That's right.
Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Because we scattered among all nations. Understand that. But they know who they are. And that spirit going to come out to reveal who they are. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
This our enemy. Read.
And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the Most High said, you're going to bring us into captivity, slavery, and bondage again. Egypt means captivity, slavery, and bondage. How?
With ships.
How? We as the so-called Negroes come over here.
With ships.
He said you're going to send the Israelites into captivity, slavery, and bondage. How?
With ships.
Now, think about it. How we get over to America?
With ships.
With ships. Hundreds of years. How did we get here?
With ships.
When they rounded us up on the east coast and the west coast of Africa, marched us all the way across Africa to get to the west coast to bring us over here. How we get here?
With ships.
How we get here, so-called Negro man?
With ships.
How we get here, so-called Negro sister?
With ships.
With ships. No other race this happened to but us. He said he's going to bring us into captivity, slavery, and bondage. How?
With ships.
Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
This place where you're speaking to us in the wilderness, read.
Thou shalt not see it no more again.
And as a nation, we have not been over to Israel again. Since we came over here on these slave ships. Because we right here right now. On where? Gladys and 6th Street.
Right.
This is where we at right now. We ain't going back to Israel as a nation. Not until Mashiach Yahushua come back and put us in our land.
That's right.
When he killed all these nations, man, and set down all these kingdoms on this earth and set up righteousness on this earth, man.
God.
Read.
But, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies.
So we go on these ships and say we're going to be sold to who?
Your enemies.
So we telling you, you got to be saved from the hand of all them that hate you and your enemies.
God.
We were sold to who?
Your enemies.
Not your friend. We were sold on auction blocks to who?
Your enemies.
To our enemies. Not to your friend, but to your enemies. Read.
For bondmen.
For slave men. Read.
And bondwomen.
And bondwomen, slave women. Straight up. We were sold on auction blocks right here in America. We built America for free.
God.
Hundreds of years, man, our ancestors worked.
God.
You just gonna forget about it? We wanted that don't forget about it, man. That's why we're in the condition we're in now, because he said, you follow my laws, I'm gonna bless you to be above all the nations. We didn't. This is the condition that we get when you follow these other nations.
Yeah, God.
Yeah. You want to be like them? Here we are. In this condition, because we ain't want to follow the Most High. We rather follow the so-called white man.
That's what we wanted.
The so-called Arabs.
Khan.
So-called East Indians.
Khan.
So-called Africans.
Right.
So-called Japanese and Chinese.
Khan.
All these other nations, man. That's what we want to follow instead of our power.
Khan.
Now, he said he only love you.
Living power. Khan.
Yeah, man. The creator of all.
Khan.
Nobody can show me where he said he loved nobody but us.
Khan.
That was his Bible talking about. That's why they beat you. They killed you, and they found that you could read. This the book they don't want you to understand. Right here. That's why he said King James a faggot. King James is a white man. All these things, he couldn't have wrote the Bible.
Right.
He didn't write the Bible. He had holy men wrote the Bible as they were moved by the Holy Spirit, Israelites.
God.
He just was the king. Like
Right.
if Obama say, hey, we're going to get somebody to interpret this and translate something right now.
Right.
He ain't wrote it himself.
Right.
Got nothing to do. All thing he do is say he authorized it to happen. Think about it. I mean, that's why I said we deal with common sense.
Yeah, the books are old already.
Yeah. It was already there.
Yeah.
It was already scribed. It had to be interpreted to English because we here, right here.
God. In the hands of our enemy.
Yeah, in the hands of our enemy.
God.
Sold for slave men and slave women. You're still a slave.
God.
You ain't never stopped being a slave. Think about it. They come down here right now, right like this, like the cop Joseph. He come down there on San Julian. Get off my street. This is my turf. Right? Everybody get off the street, right? Am I right or wrong? Y'all know Joseph, don't you?
Yeah, they see him coming. They know
he coming. Know Joseph. We even know him by name. You know what I mean? Right? Am I right or wrong, brother? I'm right. I know I'm right. And that's one of us. So what you think they're going to do? I mean, we was up there. They gave us tickets for parking up there, man. They brought a whole squadron of cops out there. Ticketed us, man, for feeding the people.
God.
But we still here. We still coming back, man.
God.
Because we supposed to be here to you. That's just where our Mashiach Yahushua, the Lord and Savior, came to.
God.
He came to you in his time. He didn't go to, he wasn't up no Beverly Hills, no Bel Air, Hollywood. He wasn't nowhere up in there, man. Up in the hills of Hollywood with the rich people. He came, born in the ghetto.
God.
That's where the preacher's supposed to be at, man.
God.
In the gaps, man.
Not flying in the Lear jets.
Yeah. Going somewhere. He going from, like Creflo Dollar.
Yeah.
Going from Georgia all the way to New York today. He done did a service in Georgia. Now he done got on a little jet and went up to New York for the service tonight in New York. And give you what? He had told you what he said. And we ain't finished with it yet. We coming back to it. But we want to know that he said, when you done it to the least of them, my brother, and you done it unto me.
Man.
When you having sex with your wife, you having sex with Jesus. When your wife having sex, when your wife having sex with her man, her husband, she having sex with Jesus. He said it, man. I'm telling you. That's what he said. He said, hey, because of Mashiach Yahushua, he say Jesus Christ. That might be the so-called